For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew chapter 22, verse 14. Welcome, my dear chosen ones. This video is not for the masses. This is not for those who stumble across it by accident. No, this message is for you, the chosen ones, the ones called forth by the universe, divinely selected for a greater purpose. If you are here, it is not coincidence. It's a sign, a confirmation of your path. If you feel the pull, the unmistakable energy flowing through your spirit, then I urge you to stay till the very end. This video will resonate deeply with your soul and illuminate your journey like never before. For those who do not understand, for those who have not been chosen, this is not for you. You might as well turn back now, for these truths will only unsettle you. But for those of you who know, you know deep in your soul that you are different, that you are called to something greater. This is your spiritual message. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear will change your life. Chosen ones are not just different, they are feared. And today, I will reveal to you why the world fears those who are divinely set apart. In this video, we will explore 7 reasons why chosen ones are the most feared beings on earth. And trust me, it is not what most people think. It's not because of any material success, fame, or status. It's because of the very essence of who you are, your spirit, your mission, and the power you carry. Now let us begin. As you listen, remember that every word spoken here is meant to empower you, to remind you of your divine authority and strength. So sit tight and let's dive into this profound revelation. Top 7. Unshakable confidence. One of the most striking reasons why chosen ones are feared is their unshakable confidence. It is not the kind of confidence that comes from worldly achievements or validation from others. No, this is a divine confidence, deeply rooted in the knowing that you are fulfilling a greater purpose. This confidence radiates from you, and those around you can feel it. And here's the thing, confidence like that intimidates people. When you walk into a room, people notice you. Even when you say nothing, they sense that you carry something different, a kind of power that isn't boastful, but quietly authoritative. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, because you already know who you are and what you are meant to do. This inner knowing creates a level of fear in others, because, let's be honest, most people are walking around unsure of themselves. They are constantly seeking approval from the world, from friends, from society. They are trapped in a cycle of doubt and fear. But you are free from that cycle. Your confidence is grounded in a higher understanding, a spiritual awareness that transcends the mundane concerns of the world. Many will try to shake your confidence, to knock you off course. But the truth is, they can't. The chosen ones have a higher sense of purpose, and once you've tapped into that, it is unshakable. When people sense that they can't control you, when they see that you're not easily influenced by the superficial and temporary things of this world, it terrifies them. It's a reminder of what they lack. They don't understand it, and as human nature dictates, we often fear what we do not understand. But here's something even more powerful. Your confidence is not loud. You don't need to shout or proclaim it to the world. It is quiet and still, like a deep, calm river that runs strong beneath the surface. You move through life with a peaceful certainty that no one can take away. And this, my dear chosen ones, makes people uneasy. It makes them question their own insecurity, their own instability. And instead of trying to understand it, they fear it. This spiritual grounding, the root of your confidence, comes from your connection to something greater. You are not living for temporary pleasures or fleeting accomplishments. You are not driven by the material desires that often enslave others. Instead, you are grounded in your higher purpose, your divine calling. You understand that your worth is not tied to external factors. Your worth comes from a place beyond the physical world. It comes from your connection to the divine, your alignment with the universe, and your ability to walk in purpose. People are uncomfortable when they are faced with someone who has transcended the rat race, someone who isn't swayed by money, fame, or social status. Think about it. Most people spend their entire lives chasing after things that ultimately do not satisfy the soul. But you, as a chosen one, know better. You understand that real fulfillment comes from walking in your purpose, from serving your higher mission. And because of that, you move differently in the world. You aren't easily tempted or distracted, and this too creates fear in others. People fear what they cannot control. When they see someone who is spiritually grounded, they realize that their usual tricks and manipulations won't work. They can't use the promise of wealth, status, or even relationships to sway you, because you are rooted in something far greater. They can't control you, and that makes them uncomfortable, and so they fear you. But while this unshakable confidence makes you stand out, there's something even more threatening about you that makes others tremble. It's not just that you stand firm, it's that you see what others cannot. Let's go deeper into the second reason why the chosen ones are feared. Top 6. Powerful spiritual vision. The second reason why you as a chosen one strike fear in the hearts of many is because of your powerful spiritual vision. You don't just see the world as it is, you see beyond the surface. You possess a vision that penetrates the illusions of this material world and taps into the deeper, unseen truths that guide the universe. This vision is a gift, but it is also the very thing that makes people fear you. Why? Because those who are spiritually blind cannot comprehend what you see, and what they cannot understand, they often fear. The chosen ones are not fooled by the illusions of this world. You see beyond the superficial, beyond the distractions, and beyond the lies that keep others trapped in a cycle of ignorance. While most people are caught up in the chase for material wealth, status, and recognition, you see those things for what they truly are: fleeting, temporary, and ultimately meaningless. Your vision allows you to discern the true nature of people, situations, and events. You see their spiritual essence. While the masses are distracted by the noise of the world, social media, politics, superficial trends, you are tuned into a higher frequency. You listen to your spirit. You listen to the voice of the divine, and you follow your inner guidance. This makes you dangerous to those who rely on deception to maintain their power. People who build their lives on lies fear the ones who can see the truth. They fear those who cannot be fooled by appearances. They know that their illusions hold no power over you because you see them for what they truly are. When you see through the lies, the facades, and the manipulations of others, it unsettles them. They realize that they cannot deceive you or lead you astray. And in a world built on so many illusions, to be someone who sees clearly is to be feared. You are like a mirror that reflects the truth, and when people are confronted with their own falsehoods, it terrifies them. Chosen ones are gifted with the power of discernment. You can sense when something is off, when someone's energy is wrong, or when you're being led away from your purpose. This discernment is like a spiritual compass that always points you in the right direction. Even when the world around you is chaotic, you are able to read people's energy without them even speaking a word. You can walk into a room and feel the spiritual atmosphere. You know when someone is hiding something, when they are not being genuine, or when their intentions are not pure. And because of this gift, people fear you. They fear that you can see right through them, that you can detect the truth they are trying so hard to hide. This power of discernment is not something that can be learned from books or taught by a mentor. It is a divine gift, an innate ability that comes from being in tune with the spiritual realm. You have been chosen because you possess this ability, and it is your responsibility to use it wisely. But here's the truth. People don't want to be seen for who they truly are. They prefer to hide behind masks, to pretend to be something they're not. When you come along with your piercing vision and spiritual insight, it exposes them. And exposure brings fear. No one wants their darkness brought into the light, and the chosen ones have a way of bringing light wherever they go. Another reason why the chosen ones are feared is your ability to see not just the present, but also the future. You may have visions, dreams, or gut feelings about things that are going to happen, and more often than not, you're right. Whether it's predicting a shift in your personal life or sensing changes in the world on a larger scale, your prophetic vision sets you apart. This prophetic vision isn't just about predicting events. It's about understanding the deeper spiritual shifts that are happening around you. You can sense when the tides are changing, when new energies are emerging, and when something is about to disrupt the status quo. You're not surprised by sudden changes because you already saw them coming. People fear this prophetic ability because it's something they cannot control. They fear what they cannot predict or manipulate. When you can sense things before they happen, it gives you an edge, and this edge makes others feel vulnerable, powerless even. They realize that no matter how much they try to control the narrative or steer the future in their favor, there is someone who already knows what's coming next. That someone is you, the chosen one. Your spiritual vision lets you see through deception. But what happens when that vision is challenged? When forces try to break you down? This is where we discover the next profound reason why the chosen ones are feared most. Top 5. Unbreakable spirit. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've already uncovered 2 profound reasons why you are feared: the unshakable confidence you possess and your powerful spiritual vision. But now we delve even deeper. The third reason why chosen ones are feared is because of your unbreakable spirit. You have faced trials, hardships, and opposition, and yet you stand strong. Your spirit cannot be broken. You are resilient in a way that baffles those who try to bring you down, and this resilience makes you a force to be reckoned with. Let's explore why the world fears the strength of your spirit so deeply. Chosen ones, your journey has not been easy. In fact, being chosen often means that your path has been filled with difficulties and challenges that would break most people. But you, through it all, remain standing. You may have been knocked down, but you never stay down. There is a divine strength within you, and it is forged in the fires of adversity. Most people crumble under pressure. They give up when the going gets tough, and they retreat when life becomes too painful. But not you. You have faced battles, both external and internal, that most people will never even begin to understand. And yet here you are, still standing, still pressing forward. This unbreakable spirit is not something that can be easily explained. It's not just a matter of willpower. It is something much deeper. It is your divine purpose that keeps you going. You know that you are here for a reason, and that reason gives you the strength to endure even the hardest of times. This is what people fear. They fear the fact that no matter what they throw at you, no matter how much they try to break you, you always rise, like the phoenix from the ashes. You are constantly being reborn, stronger and more powerful than before. Your spirit cannot be broken. There is a certain strength that comes from knowing that your purpose is divinely ordained. When you are aligned with a higher calling, when you are connected to the divine, you understand that the trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Every hardship, every struggle is a part of your spiritual growth. And because of this understanding, your spirit cannot be broken. People fear what they cannot destroy. The world is filled with forces that try to break people, whether it's through fear, manipulation, or oppression. But you, as a chosen one, are not easily swayed by these tactics. You are not easily shaken. You have faced the darkness, and you have emerged stronger for it. The strength of your spirit is unyielding, and this is terrifying to those who seek to control or oppress you. Many people live in fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing what they have. But you do not live in fear because you know that even if you lose everything, even if you are brought to your lowest point, you will still rise. This is the power of the chosen ones. You are not defined by your circumstances, and you are not defeated by your failures. Your spirit is tied to something far greater than this world, and that is why it cannot be broken. Chosen ones are feared because of the power that comes with overcoming. Every time you rise from a fall, every time you overcome an obstacle, you gain more strength, more wisdom, and more power. People who try to bring you down are baffled by your ability to recover and even thrive after adversity. It is this power of overcoming that makes you a true force in this world. You see, most people are conditioned to believe that failure is the end. They are taught that once they fall, they cannot rise again. But chosen ones understand that failure is not the end. It is merely a stepping stone. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for becoming stronger. This mindset is what sets you apart, and it is what makes you feared. The world does not know what to do with someone who cannot be kept down. Your resilience, your ability to bounce back after every setback, makes you a formidable presence. People fear those who refuse to give up, those who continue to fight no matter how many times they are knocked down. This is the spirit of the chosen ones, unyielding, relentless, and ultimately victorious. What gives the chosen ones their unbreakable spirit? It is your connection to a higher power. You are not relying on your own strength alone. You are drawing from the infinite strength of the universe, of the divine. This connection is what sustains you through the darkest times. It is what allows you to keep going when others would have long given up. The world does not understand this connection, and what they do not understand, they fear. You are not powered by the same things that drive most people: money, fame, validation, or social status. Your fuel comes from a place beyond this world, and because of that, you are untouchable in a way that others are not. Your unbreakable spirit allows you to endure, but it's what you do with that endurance that truly terrifies those in power. Because you don't just survive, you transform everything around you. Let's explore the fourth reason why chosen ones are feared. Top 4. Agents of transformation. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through 3 profound reasons why you are feared: your unshakable confidence, your spiritual vision, and your unbreakable spirit. Now let's go even deeper. The fourth reason why you are feared is perhaps one of the most powerful truths. You are agents of transformation. Wherever you go, change follows. You disrupt the status quo. You stir up the waters. You challenge the norms. And this, my dear chosen ones, is why you are so deeply feared by the world. Let's explore why your very presence is a catalyst for transformation, and why that transformation strikes fear in the hearts of those who resist growth. The chosen ones are not here to fit in or maintain the systems of this world. You are here to transform them. Your role is not to simply accept things as they are, but to challenge, shift, and elevate the consciousness around you. This power of transformation is not something you actively seek. It's something that flows through you naturally because of the divine calling on your life. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. When you speak, people listen, even if they do not want to admit it. Your presence alone can make people uncomfortable because you represent change. And let's be honest, most people are terrified of change. They fear the unknown, they fear growth, and they fear the disruption of their comfortable but stagnant lives. But you, as a chosen one, do not live in that comfort zone. You thrive in the space of transformation, and your very existence challenges others to do the same. You carry with you the energy of evolution. You are constantly evolving, growing, and transforming, and this energy forces those around you to confront their own stagnation. And while some may be inspired by this, many more will fear it, because transformation requires them to let go of the old, to step into the unknown, and to face parts of themselves they've long been avoiding. The chosen ones are feared because you do not accept the status quo. You are not content with mediocrity or the limitations imposed by society. You see beyond the surface, and because of that, you challenge systems, ideas, and beliefs that keep others trapped. You do not fit neatly into the boxes that the world tries to put you in. Society loves labels, and people are often comfortable when they can define and categorize others. But you break out of those boxes. You refuse to be defined by societal standards, cultural expectations, or even the limiting beliefs of those around you. You question the norms that others blindly follow. And this questioning, this refusal to accept things as they are, makes people deeply uncomfortable. You are not here to perpetuate the old systems of control, fear, or limitation. You are here to dismantle them, to tear down the walls of ignorance and conformity that keep people enslaved to false beliefs. This is what makes you a disruptor, a force that shakes things up. And because of that, people who cling to the status quo fear you. When you challenge the system, you threaten the comfort zones of those who benefit from the way things are. Whether it's outdated belief systems, societal structures, or even the inner fears and limitations people hold within themselves. You bring these things to light, and make no mistake, people often fear what is brought into the light because it requires them to confront uncomfortable truths. Chosen ones, you are feared because you bring light into dark places. There are many who are comfortable living in the shadows, content to remain in ignorance. But you carry with you the light of truth, and that light exposes what is hidden. It shines a spotlight on the lies, the manipulation, and the darkness that many try to keep concealed. This is why when you enter certain spaces or come into contact with certain people, there is often resistance. It's not just about you as a person, it's about the energy you carry. Your light forces people to confront their own darkness, their own fears, and their own limitations. And while some may be grateful for this illumination, many will resist it because it makes them uncomfortable. They would rather remain in the dark than face the truth. But you, as a chosen one, are not here to accommodate people's comfort zones. You are here to shine your light unapologetically, and in doing so, you will inevitably stir things up. You will disrupt the illusions that people have built around themselves, and this disruption creates fear. Another reason why you are feared as a chosen one is because your transformation is contagious. You are an awakening force. When people come into contact with you, something within them stirs. They begin to question their own lives, their own beliefs, and their own choices. This awakening can be terrifying for people who have spent their entire lives asleep, living on autopilot, blindly following the rules of society without ever questioning them. You, however, are awake. You see the world for what it truly is, and your awakening energy has the power to wake others up. And while some people crave this awakening, many more fear it. They fear the responsibility that comes with being awake. Once you are awakened, you can no longer live in ignorance. You can no longer pretend that you don't see the truth. And this can be a terrifying realization for those who have been avoiding the deeper questions of life. Your transformative presence changes everything around you. But this next reason explains why systems of power truly fear you. It's not just about what you do, it's about the source of your authority. Let's explore the fifth most feared quality of the chosen ones. Top 3. Divine authority. Welcome back, chosen ones. We've journeyed through powerful truths so far, uncovering why your confidence, spiritual vision, unbreakable spirit, and transformative presence make you feared. Now we arrive at the fifth reason why you are feared is perhaps most profound. You carry divine authority. The chosen ones are not just walking their own path. They are walking in alignment with a higher power, with the Creator's will. This divine authority is the ultimate reason why people fear you, because it represents a power far greater than anything in this world. Let's explore what it means to carry divine authority and why it strikes fear in the hearts of those who encounter it. As a chosen one, you are not bound by the limitations of this world. You operate on a higher level, connected to the divine source of all power, wisdom, and truth. This is not an authority given by man, society, or any worldly institution. It is a spiritual authority, a mandate from the Creator that sets you apart from others. When you walk in divine authority, you are aligned with universal laws and the will of the divine. This means that your actions, words, and even your presence carry weight beyond the physical realm. You are not just speaking or acting on your own behalf. You are representing a higher force. And this is what makes people fear you. Worldly power comes and goes. People in positions of authority, whether in politics, corporations, or social structures, may have temporary control, but their power is limited to the physical world. Your power, however, is limitless because it comes from the divine. It transcends time, space, and human systems. This makes you a threat to anyone who operates solely within the boundaries of worldly power, because they know that they cannot touch the source of your strength. One of the most striking aspects of divine authority is that you do not need to demand respect. It is given naturally. When you walk in alignment with divine will, people sense that there is something different about you, even if they cannot explain it. Your presence commands respect without you ever having to ask for it. This is because divine authority is not about domination or control. It is about alignment with truth and purpose. You carry a calm, quiet power that is undeniable. People may not always understand it, but they can feel it. And this feeling of power, of authority, that doesn't need to be shouted or imposed, is what unsettles others. It's a power that comes from within, from the divine, and it cannot be taken away or undermined by external forces. People are used to power that is loud, aggressive, and forceful. They are used to seeing authority in the form of domination or control. But you, chosen one, carry a different kind of authority, one that flows from spiritual alignment. And this authority is far more powerful because it is not rooted in ego or personal gain, but in the fulfillment of a divine mission. People fear this kind of power because it cannot be controlled or manipulated. Another reason why the chosen ones are feared is because when you speak with authority. This is not the authority of opinion or personal belief. This is the authority of truth. You speak from a place of deep spiritual wisdom, and when you open your mouth, people listen, even if they don't want to. When you speak, your words carry a weight that goes beyond the surface. They penetrate the soul. This is because your words are not just your own. They are guided by a higher power. You are a vessel for divine truth, and when you speak that truth, it challenges the lies in the illusions and the falsehoods that people cling to. People fear those who speak the truth, especially when that truth disrupts their comfort or exposes their ignorance. Your words have the power to awaken people from their spiritual slumber, to open their eyes to realities they have been avoiding. And because of this, many will fear you, not because of what you say, but because of the truth that your words represent. There is a spiritual authority behind your voice, and it is this authority that makes your words impossible to ignore. Even those who oppose you cannot deny the power of your truth. They may resist it, they may try to silence you, but they cannot erase the impact of what you speak into the world. Truth is like a seed. It takes root, and once it is planted, it grows. And this is what makes people fear you, the knowledge that once you've spoken, the world will never be the same. Chosen ones are feared not just for what you do, but for what you represent. You are a walking embodiment of divine will. Your life, your actions, and your choices reflect a higher purpose, and this makes people uncomfortable. When others look at you, They are confronted with the reality of their own lives, their own disconnection from the divine, their own failure to walk in their true purpose. You represent the possibility of what they could be if they chose to align with a higher calling, and this is a frightening thought for many. To see someone living in alignment with the divine forces them to face the areas of their own life where they are out of alignment. It forces them to confront their own fears, their own limitations, and their own spiritual stagnation. Your divine authority is powerful, but as we approach the most feared qualities, we must look beyond what you do to who you represent. This next reason is even more threatening to the powers of this world. Top 2. Spiritual leadership. We're getting closer to the most dangerous quality, but first, let's explore a profound truth about the chosen ones. The sixth reason why chosen ones are feared is their natural spiritual leadership that emerges even when they don't seek it. Spiritual leadership isn't about titles or positions, it's about influence. The chosen ones naturally draw others to them. People are attracted to your light, your wisdom, and your strength without you even trying. This natural leadership threatens existing power structures because it cannot be granted or taken away by human institutions. What makes your leadership different is that it doesn't rely on manipulation, fear, or control. You lead through inspiration, through example, and through truth. You don't need to force people to follow you. They are drawn to the light that shines from within you. This kind of leadership cannot be taught in schools or earned through credentials. It is a divine gift, and it flows from your alignment with a higher purpose. The systems of this world rely on hierarchy, on the few controlling the many. But you, as a spiritual leader, disrupt this system. You empower others rather than control them. You awaken rather than subdue. And you guide without needing to dominate. This is revolutionary in a world built on power over others. People who have invested in worldly systems of leadership fear you because your very existence challenges their authority. They fear you because you cannot be bought, bribed, or intimidated into submission. Your leadership comes from a place they cannot touch or manipulate. The chosen ones stand firm in the face of opposition. When challenges arise, when criticism comes, when people try to dismiss your message, you do not waver. This steadfastness is terrifying to those who expect you to back down, to compromise, or to water down your truth to make it more palatable. Your uncompromising stance on spiritual truths and divine principles makes you a rock in a world of shifting sand. While others change their beliefs based on what's popular or profitable, you remain anchored in timeless truth. This consistency exposes the inconsistency of others, and many fear this exposure. But most importantly, the chosen ones inspire others through example. You don't just talk about transformation, you embody it. Your life becomes a testimony, a living proof that walking in divine purpose is possible. This inspiration threatens those who benefit from keeping people disempowered and disconnected from their own spiritual authority. When people see you standing in your truth, living with integrity, and walking in purpose, they begin to question their own compromises. They begin to wonder why they've settled for less than what they're capable of. And this questioning is dangerous to systems built on compliance and conformity. Your spiritual strength cannot be diminished by external forces. It can be tested, challenged, and even temporarily hidden, but it cannot be destroyed. This permanence of your spiritual power is perhaps what frightens people most. The realization that no matter what they do, they cannot extinguish your light. And now we arrive at the quality that creates the deepest fear. This is what turned angels into enemies. What silences heaven? Prepare yourself as we reveal the most feared quality of the chosen ones. Top 1. Complete divine alignment. The ultimate reason why chosen ones are feared is because you are unstoppable. When you carry divine authority, there is nothing in this world that can defeat you. You may face obstacles, You may encounter resistance, but in the end, your purpose will be fulfilled. The divine has called you, and when the Creator calls you, no human power can stand in your way. People fear you because they know, deep down, that they cannot stop the will of the divine. You represent a force that is far greater than anything they can control or manipulate. You are a vessel of divine purpose, and your mission will be completed, no matter what opposition comes your way. This is the most powerful truth of all. You are unstoppable because you walk in the authority of the divine. Your path is guided, your steps are ordered, and your purpose is ordained. No matter how much fear, resistance, or opposition you face, you will succeed. This is your destiny as a chosen one. Complete divine alignment means that your will has become one with the Creator's will. You no longer live for yourself, but for the purpose for which you were chosen. This surrender to divine purpose makes you the most powerful force on earth, because you are not operating on your own strength. You are operating through the infinite power of the divine. When you reach this level of alignment, everything in your life becomes an expression of your spiritual purpose. Your thoughts, your words, your actions all flow from this alignment, and this creates a seamless channel for divine power to manifest in the physical world through you. This alignment means that you cannot be swayed by temptation, by fear, or by personal gain. Your commitment is not to yourself, but to the higher purpose, and this makes you immune to the tactics that usually control others. You cannot be bought with wealth, scared into submission, or tempted with status or recognition. The world fears this complete alignment because it represents the ultimate freedom. You are free from the constraints that bind others, the need for approval, the fear of rejection, the pursuit of temporary pleasures. This freedom makes you dangerous to systems built on keeping people enslaved to their desires and fears. When you are completely aligned with the divine, you become a perfect conduit for spiritual power. This is not power as the world understands it. It is the power of love, of truth, of transformation. It is a power that heals, that liberates, that awakens. But to those who operate in darkness, this light is blinding and terrifying. This is why the world fears the chosen ones most of all. Because in your complete alignment with the divine, you become a living testimony to the reality of spiritual truth. You demonstrate that there is a higher way of being, a more authentic way of living, a more powerful way of moving through the world. And in doing so, you expose the illusions that many have built their lives upon. You reveal the emptiness behind the pursuit of material success. You unmask the pointlessness of status and recognition. You expose the limitations of worldly power. And for those who have invested everything in these illusions, this exposure is their greatest fear. But for you, chosen one, this alignment is your greatest strength. It is the source of your unshakable confidence, your spiritual vision, your unbreakable spirit, your transformative presence, and your divine authority. It is the culmination of all that makes you who you are. And so, though the world may fear you, though systems may oppose you, though individuals may misunderstand you, know this: you are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are walking the path that was ordained for you before time began. And in this complete alignment, you find not only your greatest power, but also your deepest peace. Chosen ones, you carry divine authority, and this is the ultimate reason why you are feared. Your power, your presence, and your purpose are not of this world. They are divinely ordained. You command respect without demanding it. You speak truth with authority, and you represent a force that transcends the systems of this world. People fear you because they cannot control you, they cannot silence you, and they cannot stop you. You are a walking reminder of the divine power that governs all things, and this truth makes you a force to be reckoned with. So continue to walk in your authority, continue to speak your truth, and continue to fulfill your divine mission. You are unstoppable And the world fears you because it knows that no matter what it throws your way, you will rise. You will overcome, and you will fulfill the purpose for which you were chosen. Thanks for watching till the end. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's continue to build a community of like-minded souls dedicated to spiritual growth and personal development. Stay blessed and continue shining your light. Until next time.